Good afternoon. Last class, we start to learn about who will provide the labor. Who will provide the labor? See, after the land, the labor is the next necessary factor for production. Are you getting me? So, without labor, so we cannot. See, some of the works are required. The highly educated class or technical or see the types of labor, it's completely based on the work, what type, because the different type of production of the goods and services, so they required according to that one. See, in a farming that requires a great, that requires hard workers. So here, the small farmers, along with their family members, so they are able to involve in the farm activities, and then they may not require us. But for medium and for large farmers, so their family members are not sufficient to work on the fields. So that's what they are going to hire farm laborers, or they are going to appoint also to work on their fields. See here, usually the farm laborers are come either from landless families or families those who are having only the small amount of the land. That means so a small piece of land. See, unlike farmers, the farm laborers do not have a right over the crops grown on the land. See, instead they are paid wages by the farmers. So that is, it is in the form of cash, or even so it is in the form of kind of so the different crop crops. See here, sometimes the laborers they are getting meals also, and sometimes the wages are vary one region to another region also, and also dear students, the wages are different, so one crop to another crop also, and even one season to another season also. So, for example, the more number of labors they are required, so during harvesting and during sowing. See, there is also a wide variation in the duration of the employment also. That is depend upon the region, and that is depend upon the according to their localities, whatever they are following and then doing. See, they may going to appoint for one crop or 1 year or even for the whole year also. So anyhow, the labors are very much required, especially in agricultural activities. So without help of the agricultural labors, so the farming cannot be run successfully, and it is not possible also. So now the next one, that is about the capital needed in farming. It's very much important. So because of this, the scarcity of the capital only, so the maximum of the Indian farmers they are suffering. So the next one, that is about the capital needed in farming. The capital needed in farming. So don't think farming activities on not only need, so even the capital is needed for all kinds of production activities to produce the different goods and services. See, especially the modern farming methods require a great deal of capital. ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಬಂಡವಾಳವನ್ನು ಹಾಕಬೇಕು ಮಕ್ಕಳು, ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಹಣವನ್ನ ಅವರು ವೆಚ್ಚ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಇನ್ ದ modern farming methods, because they used to purchase HYV seeds, that is so cost, and they used to purchase the chemical fertilizers, that is also, and even the irrigation purpose, the tube wells and so things, and continuously, and even requires for pesticides also. See here, the modern methods that's required a great deal of the capital, so that the farmer now needs more money than before. The most of the farmers, so now they are compared to their olden times, so now they require more capital to invest on their land. See, most small farmers have to borrow money to arrange for the capital. What how they are going to arrange the capitals? So especially the small farmers, those who are not having sufficient income, and those who are struggling to lead their daily, and even those who are struggling to meet their daily basic needs also, so they used to borrow money, and they are arranging capital for the farming activities. So from where they are going to borrow? Usually they borrow from large farmers or the village money lenders. Every village it is very common. Or sometimes, so they are going to borrow the money from the traders also, so who are going to purchase their crops. And here in this case it is very interesting. So actually, who are giving the loan, especially the traders, the mediators. So after the harvesting, the whatever the food grains they are grown, that should be given to those the money lenders or the mediators only. So even they used to put high interest also. They are not giving simply, yes, you can take care, after the harvesting you can come, or after the harvesting, so please you can return my amount. See, they are put to great distress to repay the loan. Suppose if the crop is a failure due to different reason, so we cannot say always the farmers they are going to get a lot of income, or even they are going to get the best crops, I mean the best production or the best yield. No, sometimes they can't. Even they may grown a lot, the sufficient, the surplus of the food grains also. So there is no price in the market. So during that situation also, the farmers are going to suffer anything like. The farmers are suffering anything like, because they grown of course, but there is no fair price in open market. There is no fair price in the open market. So even if they are going to sell the entire quantity or amount of the food grains also, so they cannot get whatever they brought or they borrow the amount from the money lenders. And during that time, so these mediators and these traders, they used to take advantage of this situation. Here the condition is the farmers they cannot store, they cannot keep for long times, because there is a pressure on the farmers from the money lenders, from those who are brought money. Those people they are going to pressure, and until and unless, so they used to sell their goods or their production or food grains to their own, but that too less. See the condition of the small farmers is always in difficult. See dear students, so already we learned about, so some of the other three factors, that is about land, labor and capital, and how they are used in the farming. Okay, so here one small story is given in the page number 9 of economics text. So please go through that story, then you are able to understand, so how the poor class people, the small farmers, so they are suffering because of whatever I explained in this situation. Even though the small farmers grown the best crops, the best yield, so they may not get fair price in the market. So they are going to suffer anything like so. If you read that story, then you are able to realize the condition of the economic condition of the small farmers. Are you getting now? So now the next we are going to discuss about sale of surplus farm products. Sale of surplus farm products. Sale of surplus farm. See, it is a very common among all farmers, whether small farmers or medium farmers or even the large farmers. See, the farmers, for example, if they have produced wheat on their lands, so the farmers they are producing the wheat and they are using the three factors of production, whatever we are discussed in the previous class. Okay, so the wheat is harvested, so of course, and production also it is completed. Now what happened? So by using the different factors, so the farmers they are sown, they are grown, the harvesting also completed. So after the completion of the harvest, then what to do? Sir, ಏನು ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಹಾರ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್ ಮನೆಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸಿ ವಾಟ್ ಡು ದ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್ ಡೂ ವಿತ್ ದ ವೀಟ್ ಒಂದು 100 ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ ಗೋಧಿ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ಕೋಣ 100 ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ ಗೋಧಿ ತಂದು ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ for a whole year for them maybe 5 members in their family just this is the imagination so in a 5 members families for the whole year so it may sufficient only 5 to 10 bag okay maximum 10 bag it's enough for the whole year. So now in this condition so how they are going to maintain it's too difficult. And what about that surplus one? Whether they are going to store, if they are going to store, they may not have sufficient storage system to keep, to preserve those food grains in a proper way. Then what to do? See, they retain a part of the wheat for the family consumption, okay, and sell the surplus wheat or the remaining. They are going to sell, there is no doubt. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು ಅಷ್ಟು ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಉಳಿದಿದ್ದನ್ನು ಅವರು ಮಾರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಸೊ ಇಯರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಗ್ರೋಯಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್ ಸೊ ಅದು ಅವ್ರ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಕನ್ಸಂಪ್ಷನ್ಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಸರಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ that's enough or sometimes that may not enough for their own family consumption. So I am talking about here the medium and large farmers so who supply wheat to the market. So what they are doing now, the large and medium farmers, so whatever they want to meet their family requires for their family consumptions, so they are going to keep and then remaining the wheat or the remaining food price, so they are going to sell in the market. Okay, see here the traders at the market buy the wheat and sell it further to shopkeepers in the towns and the cities. It is like what like a chain. What they are going to do, so there are traders, so the traders are going to purchase the wheat from the farmers and the next so they are going to distribute to the retailers and even so they are distribute to the different shopkeepers and as well as they are distributes in the different towns and cities and even they may not they may so export also. Are you getting now? So here how suppose if they are not getting the sufficient rate, I mean the fair price, so what about the condition? So it is too bad, dear students. It is too bad. So here what happened now? Whatever they are growing, so even so they may not get the proper market. Even they get market also there is no proper price also or fair price and their condition it's became so worst. And during this time, what happened? We all of you knows that. So, especially the small farmers and also some of the large farmers. So, including these, they used to have by conducting some of the non-farm activities for their extra earnings. Are you getting now? Their extra earnings. So, for example, sometimes for small farmers, it is not enough to meet their whatever they brought loan from the money lenders. That is not sufficient. But here, those farmers, especially the large and medium farmers, sell the surplus farm products. A part of the earnings is saved and kept for buying capital for the next season. So what to do now? I mean, what they are going to follow? The large farmers and then the medium farmers. So they are selling and they are going to keep the capital even for the next season also, whatever the expenditure they required to invest in their agriculture land. But small farmers, it is not possible. Because why? So they cannot fulfill the balance only, the balance amount only, and that's became very difficult for the next season also. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ಸಾಲ ತಂದಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು, ಆ ಸಾಲನ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗದೇ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ, ಸೊ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ರಾಪ್ ಟು ಗ್ರೋ, ಇವನ್ ದೇ ಕಾಂಟ್ ಲೀವ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಎಂಟಿ. ಸೊ ಭೂಮಿನ ಹಾಗೆ ಬಿಡೋ ಹಾಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳ. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಬೇಸಾಯ ಮಾಡೋ ಹಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಬೇಸಾಯ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಗೇನ್ ದೇ ನೀಡ್ಸ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್. ಬಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ತರಬೇಕು? ಇಫ್ ದೇ ಗೋಸ್ ಟು ದ ಮನಿ ಲೆಂಡರ್, the person won't give. ಹಳೇದೇ ಅಷ್ಟು ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ಅಮ್ಮ. ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ಅಗೇನ್ ಹೌ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಐ ಗಿವ್? ಸೊ ಬೇರೆ ವಿಧಿನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳ. ಸೊ ಕೆಲವು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ವೆದರ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮರ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಯೂಸ್ ಟು ಸೆಲ್ ದೇರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಟ್ರೇಡರ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಟು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್, ದೇ ಆರ್ ರೆಡಿ ಟು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್. ಸೊ ಕೊನೆಗೆ ತಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನವನ್ನ ಇದರಲ್ಲೇ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಎ ಚೈನ್, ಅದರಲ್ಲೇ ಕಳೆದೋಗ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳ. So this is also the condition we can see, but this kind of a situation may not happen about the large and medium farmers, because they are going to keep for the next seasons. They are going to save some of the amount, some of the capital for the next year. So even those farmers, sometimes they might also use the savings to buy some of the other they requires, like cattle, trucks, or set up shops and so on. So things. See, as we shall see, these constitute the capital for non-farm activities. So now what happened? Whatever they got, the capital from that as an income, so that they are going to invest in the non-farm activities. So they are going to invest in the non-farm activities. But it is not at all possible. It is not at all possible for small farmers. So let us learn some of the non-farm activities which are conducted in Palampur village. The non-farm activities of Palampur villages. Non-farm activities. What are the names? So whatever the activities are conducting, except farming, except agriculture, except field activities, so remaining all activities are considered as a non-farm activities. So are you getting now? So here we are going to discuss about dairy. So this is one of the other common activity which is very common in Palampur village and even in our villages. It is about dairy. This is one of the non-farm activity. See, dear students, so in a Palampur village, so the dairy activity, it is became a very common activity. So here people feed their buffaloes on various kinds of grass and the jowar and the bajra that grows during the rainy season. Already we know that, especially they are growing in the rainy season, the jowar and the bajra, especially for to feed their cattle as a feed. Okay, so even after that what happened, so the milk is sold in Raiganj, which is the nearest town. Okay, and the nearby, that's one of the nearby large small town, and the two traders from Shahpur town have set up collection come chilling centers even at Raiganj also. See here, the Raiganj from where the milk is transported to far away towns and cities. See the Palampur villages, so they are after that, so they are selling their milks in the Raiganj, and even so the Raiganj from the Raiganj, so the milk is transported to far away towns and cities and all. See, the dairy, it is one of the common activity which is considered as the non-farm activity, and which is so helpful to the villages, especially for small farmers and for others also to earn extra income. Are you getting now? So dairy, it is one of the common non-farming activity. And the second one, that is about the small scale manufacturing. The small scale manufacturing. So about small scale manufacturing, we are going to discuss in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.